As the flag is going to be hoisted, may I request all the participants now to stand up and to take the salute to our party flag. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, please. No. We attempted to hoist the flag before 12, though it is after 12, but then we will assume it is done before 12. Yes. So, now, may I take the session with a little bit introduction of the program. This very summit declaration program, it is done following the proposition on the political safeguard for the indigenous peoples of the region of Northeast India made at the Indigenous Mongolian Youth Conclave of Northeast India 2018, held on 19 October 2018 at Guwahati. The indigenous tribes, peoples and communities of the region of Northeast India, under the region's unique geopolitical, cultural and conglomerate identity of all the indigenous and indigenous tribes and community peoples of the region, as the Mongolian peoples came forward to have today's summit session. Yesterday we had a summit session called the Summit Discourse Program, and today we are going to have the final day's summit program called the Summit Declaration Program. In this declaration program, principally that we are going to have the open declaration of a political party, since that was the proposition made in the conclave. So therefore, following that very proposition, and then thereafter numerous meetings on the very that issue that is being raised during that time, we have come to the conclusion to form a political party. So before the announcement of that party, may I take time a little bit to introduce further the resolve that we have taken on this very account. This very initiative, it was propelled in 2012 in one of the cultural meet in Guwahati. During the cultural meet, our former governor and a beloved governor amongst the Mongolians, and particularly in Tripura, he was a very beloved governor. Governor Devanand Kaur gave a very inspiring message. Following that very inspiring message, the son of the soil of this region, all the very indigenous peoples of this region, started thinking on that line. But then it had taken 6 years to come to this stage. 6 years back in 2012, Governor Kaur had said that we, the Mongolian, must come up in one political umbrella for our safeguard. But during that time, we didn't take it seriously. But then, the very call that was made in 2012, it had instilled in us a kind of inner movement and at the same time revolution for change, for the people of the Mongolians, for the peace, for the prosperity of this region, and at the same time to make this region as a dignified place, for the people of this region, and at the same time the youths particularly, they started having a kind of zeal to be a co-trustee or co-partner in the federal structure to develop our nation or country, India, to a great height. So today we have come to that stage. So as the party's flag being hoisted as a mark of inauguration, now may I call upon our inaugurator, who is the wife of our former Governor Devanand Kaur, Ma'am Mrs. Meena Kaur had been former member of the National Women Commission. So we would like to call upon Ma'am to come and declare openly regarding the name of the party that is being launched yesterday. So may I call upon? Thank you.
Help.
National Convener Mr. Jones Inti Katharji, National Secretary Bikram Hansi, National Treasurer Dr. Mahanta K. Langthasa, and other members Dr. Motilal Nunisa, Mr. Indreswar Teron, Dr. Anil Bharali, Mr. Thaneswar Deuri, Mrs. Priya Ingtipi, Mr. Pathu Motum, Mr. Sanmun Marak. I think all the members are present here today in this auspicious occasion. I am very glad and honored to come over here and hoisting the flag today in your midst, and I feel proud that our people, the indigenous people of this region, all the communities are present here, and I do feel that we, the indigenous people scattered all over world and mainly in the northeastern region should come together, should think alike about our rights, political, social, cultural, educational, financial, and in all the fields. Now it is the high time we should realize to be united, both male and female, in this region. And in that thought, with that purpose, the esteemed committees under the leadership of Jones Qatar has organized today's program, and he has informed that yesterday they had important meeting where they have decided about declaring a political party in this region. That is, the name indicates that the horizon of the political party is very broad, and I do believe we the people, all the indigenous people, tribal people, should realize the present political scenario and the problems prevailing all over the world, and particularly in the northeastern region. With that purpose, a political platform is to be established, a political party has been formed, and its name has to be declared by me. And I am proud to be here today and also to announce the name of the party, Indian Mongolian People's Confederation, Impc. This is a very meaningful and very important and very deep aim. It involves with this name of this political organization. It's very broad. Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. So I believe the speakers present here, they will elaborate and they will decide the aims and objectives of this particular political party, that I do believe when the people are united, then the political parties or any organization, social organization, can stand stronger and stronger with all people's participation and sincerity. And I do not want to say more because I have been entrusted with declaration of the political party, and I am proud to declare that, and with all the best wishes, I conclude my short speech with thanks to the people gathered over here. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind and sweet note. It's very encouraging, inspiring for all of us. We are privileged to have you, ma'am, Mrs. Minakuma, wife of our beloved former governor, Mr. Devanand Kaur. So we are delighted to have her in our midst and to inaugurate the program. So thank you, ma'am. So moving on to our program, now we have further guests, the guest members and dignitaries on the days, and at the same time we have out there in the field. So we would like to call upon first of all our guests on the days. So may I call upon first from Tura, one gentleman and doctor, and at the same time he is a well-wisher for this newly formed party, and then he also is deliberating to work on in this very political process for that area, and at the same time for entire Northeast. So may I call upon a doctor from Tura, Dr. Behmen Singh Sangma to come on the dais. He is a sonologist in Tura Civil Hospital. At the same time, he is a former General Secretary of Agasa and President Agasa. That means All Garo Students Union. All Guwahati Achik Students Association. He is a former governor, former president. Next we have from Amri Karbi Development Council, Development Council's chairman, Mr. Indra Satara. He is already on the dais, so we welcome him in the program. And we have amidst us one of the dynamic organizations of this area, Amri Karbi National Council President, Mr. Padumingti. So may I call upon Mr. Padumingti to come up on the stage. Next, may I call upon President of the Amri Karbi Students Union, Mr. Kumun Tumung. Okay. Next, may I call upon President of Amri Karbi Arloso Assem, Mrs. Gita Teron, to come up on the stage, please. So may I call upon General Secretary of the Amri Karbi Bangphe Assem, Khorgeshwar Marme. May I call upon? May I call upon Bipul Phangsu, President of the Amri Karbi Rakchak Kamai Assem. And may I call upon another Vice President of Amri Karbi, Tusurnam Aharsi Amel, Mr. Kahang Tumung. We have few more dignitaries. So may I call upon President of NEMCO Tripura Chapter, Mr. Tankrak Tiprasa. NEMCO, that is Northeast Indigenous Indian Mongolian Peoples Cultural Organization. May I call upon Mr. Tankrak Tiprasa to come up on the stage now. May I call upon General Secretary of Impc NEI, that is Indigenous Indian Mongolian Peoples Academic Conglomeration Tribune, Northeast India's General Secretary of Tripura Chapter, Mrs. Kusangti Tiprasa. And we are privileged to have one of the prominent member of the media and at the same time President of the NIPMEN. NIPMEN stands for Northeast Indigenous Peoples Media and the News Network, Mr. Tangsrang Tiprasa. And we are privileged to have Dr. Phukon Chandra Boro, ex-chairman of Voluntary Force APSO, All Boro Students Union. Dr. Phangsu, oh, he left, right? He left, okay. Okay, he left. He was here. He is president as well, president of all Assam Kasari Samaj. May I call upon Biron Inti, President of All Meghalaya Karbi Association, to come up on the stage. May I call upon Jiten Sonowal, General Secretary of All Assam Sonowal Kasari Students Union. Oh, okay, he hasn't arrived. May I call upon Jona Terang, convener of the 24 plus organizations of Karbi Anglong, to come up on the stage and take. May I call upon Angtong Inti, convener of 24 plus organizations of Karbi Anglong, to come up on the stage and take care. From Meghalaya, we have one more. We have two more, in fact. No, we have with us General Secretary, National General Secretary of NAMCO, Northeast Indigenous Indian Mongolian People's Cultural Organization. So may I call upon Dr. Morningstar Sumer to come up on the stage and take the chair. Mr. Morningstar Sumer, Dr. Morningstar Sumer. We have one prominent member of the newly launched party, who is the one who is the person behind for bringing a kind of political process as far as the Meghalaya is concerned in the very forming process of this party. May I call upon Dr. I Nongbri, Dr. Yathang Nongbri. May I call upon Dr. Nongbri to come up on the stage. We have few more guests. They will be arriving very shortly. So meanwhile, I would like to introduce our newly launched party by name Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. The newly organized party is first office bearer. First office bearer are National Convener, National Secretary, and National Treasurer. We have with us National Convener, Mr. Jones Intikathar. He is already on the dais. No, sir, for So there is a National Convener. He is the chairman of the party. We have National Secretary, Mr. Bikram Honse. May I call upon Bikram Honse to come up on the stage. He is the National Secretary of the Impc, Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. May I call upon our National Treasurer, Dr. Mohanto Kelangtasa. I think he is on the stage. Yes, yes. All right. And we have some more executive members. Dr. Motilal Nunisha, he is one of the executive members of the newly launched party. So may I call upon Dr. Motilal Nunisha to come up the stage. Sir, please come. Come on the stage. Executive members of the party, and besides that, so may I introduce Dr. Nunisha more elaborately. So he was the founder secretary of Dimasa Sahitya Sabha, and he is also retired director of health services of Government of Assam, and he was a vice president of Assam Football Association as well. And the next executive member of the newly launched party is Mr. Indrasar Taran. He is with us here. He is at the same time incumbent chairman of the Ambi Karbi Development Council. He is a very learned man, a nuclear physicist, and he is with us. And we have Dr. Anil Barali, perhaps he's not here with us today. No, he had to attend to some emergency duty, it seems. So he is one of the executive members. And the fourth one is Mr. Thaneshwar Deuri. Mr. Thaneshwar Deuri, he is advocate. He is the advocate of Guwahati. Perhaps he is not here. And another executive member, Ms. Priya Impc. I think she couldn't come because of the strike. And Mr. Pathau Mutum from Manipur, he is one of the executive members. So may I call upon Mr. Pathau Mutum. Mr. Pathau Mutum is the Mysore University alumni, and at the same time in Manipur, Manipur's one of the political activists. He contested many elections in the state, and now he is one of the executive members of this newly launched party. I guess. He worked many years under Hinduja Group Company also as a team leader in that very prominent company as well. We have with us Mr. Sanmun Marat. He is also another executive member of the Impc. I think he couldn't arrive from Tura due to some strike. No, they couldn't come up. Last night they came, but then they had to return back. They came with 3 different buses to reach for this program, but due to strike, no, they had to return back. And then we have with us one more dignitary, Rajesh Tishu, 24 organizations convener. So may I request Mr. Rajesh Tishu to come up on the stage. May I call upon David England? David England of Barak Valley Karbi Students Association to come up on the stage. Now we would like to go for the felicitation of our guests, dignitaries and members. First of all, we would like to felicitate Ma'am, Mrs. Niva Kaur. So may I request the volunteers now to felicitate Ma'am with Tiprasa Maflar. With Tiprasa Maflar called Risha. We would like to felicitate. And thereafter, we would like to felicitate And with us from Tripura, one of the veteran and politician, Mr. B.K. Rangkhal with us now. So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, may I introduce Mr. B.K. Rangkhal, who is on the dais already. Yeah. I think right. Then we'd like to felicitate now Dr. Beheman. Poho, right? Poho, with Poho. Poho. Please felicitate each and everybody. Okay. Okay. Very shortly, two traditional heads, the kings in their respective areas and communities. One is Tentala Racho, by name Panbor Rongpe, and another traditional head is from Tripura, our king Bubagra Pradhut Kishore Manika Debbarwa. Both of them, they will be arriving very shortly. As we are waiting, we would like to have, they are already, the dance troupe, they are already waiting there, so perhaps we can have our victory dance session after the arrival of both the kings from Tentala and then from Tripura. So meanwhile, may I call upon the national convener of the party, the national convener of IMPC, Indian Mongolian People's Confederation, Mr. J.I. Katha, to come up and then welcome the guests, and at the same time give a kind of introductory note on the very newly launched party.
I feel that others should speak before I speak. I request Mr. Bijoy Kumar Rangkhal to deliver his speech now with the permission of the chair.
Thank you so much. This is already good afternoon, I think. Still, we can salute each other with New Year greeting. This is beyond my dream today. Firstly, I will salute our inaugurator, Madam Liva Kanwar, and National Convener, Secretaries, Treasurer, and other members of Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. I am indeed grateful to see this new offshoot of our vision and our dream. The youngsters are coming up to shoulder the burden of our people. Many more members I have seen here, those who are coming forward. Obviously, we are proud today to be together, sitting together, standing together, crying together for many places of our Northeast, how we have been mentally, physically, emotionally tormented. We still smilingly shouldering the burden of our people in the whole Northeast, outside Northeast also. I'm grateful remembering my personal past life, whatsoever came across my life. Today, I stand here at least to review our position, and it's the time for each and every delegate to come together. Maybe differences of language, but normally cultures is almost same to different languages also. How we have been bewildered by the people, those who are controlling our future. Today we have to take pledge. We may be few today, we may be more today. Number is not the top priority of any movement. Priority is our sacrifice. We are growing older, but our mind is still like 30, 35 years old. So the youngsters, those who are dedicating today to become whole-time or full-time worker of the Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. It is not confined in Assam, not confining in Tripura or Meghalaya, Manipur, Arunachal, Nagaland or Tripura. It is all over. Wherever we see our similar appearance, the whole India under the banner of Vishwa Hindu, one language, one culture, it's become difficult for this part of the world to digest it. This part of India and the whole world, we should say, we are never weaker than any section of the people. I wish our aim object must be to sacrifice for my people. I remember in 1974 when I first started open English medium school in Tripura. Our motto was, I have decided to sacrifice for my people and for my land. The single line spreaded and brought changes in our Tripura, switching over from Bengali to English. Today, thousands and thousands of youngsters can speak English, can compete their future, their stand, their position, wherever, anywhere. They float, they fight. We had very severe fighting in Tripura. You know the background, you know the story also. We suffer the worst, we suffer. We lost our dignity, we lost our majority. So many other things we lost, but still we are fighting democratically. Of course, in a gap of 10 years, we had to take arms to let the whole world know that we are suffering, Tripura is suffering. We are deprived of our right. We have to fight against our own will. Therefore, my dear younger generation, what is your agenda in your life? My personal agenda is to work for my people and for my land. Last 55 years I have been working. There came across many temptations, but I denied all the temptation. I have been able to fight down the temptation. Therefore, I enjoy today. I am very, very happy of my past life. Many people, they condemn me. Many people, they curse me. My own people from my own village also were forced to follow some particular political party to drag me and put behind the bar. I told the government, you can put me in bar, in jail, I enjoy it. I was arrested for more than 5 times in 6 different jails. I enjoy it. I spend my time reading many, many books which encourage me more and more. Spiritually, mentally, physically. Today, this is a challenge to each and every Mongolian communities. Some are seeking for own interests. Some are playing the games in between our tribes, communities and the government. So far I have seen many peoples, many intellectual, many clever, many qualified people came out and joined hands with us. But when they see some difficulties, some temptation, some problems in their personal life, they run away and they submit or surrender their own things to others. Dear friends, today I'm really grateful in this Thong Ari cultural complex where I had never been. And I wish our new constituted committee will uphold. And I will also take 1 minute time. So let us give a big hand first for arrival of our Maharaja from Tripura. Well, thank you, Mr. Peter, to continue to felicitate our Maharaja, who just arrived now. And I will ask Maharaj just to wave your arm, your hand to the people. One more name came, Tentela Rico, name Panbur Rongpi. I will also ask him to just stand and wave your right hand like that. So once again, I'm not going to repeat what I have spoken. And our vision, our mission must be carefully checked. Every individual today, those who have come, seems to be youngster. So we need our youngster, our next generation people, with your talent, with your quality, endurance, have to be applied in time. So today we are really grateful to come here Phong Ari Cultural Complex. Someday this vast fallen area also will be filled with our people. Today, beginning of the Mongolian People's Summit, and it has been named as Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. Any local parties from any state can join, can represent, and we are welcoming all kinds of movement agenda, and I believe our rich heritage and culture, tradition should not be diluted, should not be changed. Some are interested with the Western countries' music. It's good when you go to the Western countries, to other big cities, you can play it, you can show your talent, but you cannot forget your own culture. You can reorient it, you can develop it. This part of India, this part of world is belong to you and belong to me. So you cannot just compromise with various temptations coming against us. I will lastly urge each and every one of you, let us pledge to stand together from today till last, wherever, whenever needed to be, our movement needed to be united, needed to be sacrificed in all respects. Thank you so much. once again for giving me to speak, amid I have succeeded to receive both the guests, including Maharaj of Tripura, and we have high hope sitting on dais, including our inaugurator, Madam. Do not forget the very party which she had inaugurated. She had declared the Indian Mongolian People's Confederation is inaugurated today, and she also bade for its long life and achievement also. Thank you so much, all the organizers, those who have come here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We waited for two traditional heads. One is from Tripura, our king, His Highness Babagra Pradhut Kishore Manika Burma, and another royal head is from this local area called the Tentala region, is the Tentala Recho or Tentala King, by name His Highness Panbor Rongpe. So as they arrived just now, so I would like to just briefly now update our guests who are present right here on the dais. We have Dr. Behment Sangma from Tura. He is a sonologist and at the same time a former student leader, and he is one of the well-wisher and patron of the newly organized party by name Impc, or Indigenous Indian Mongolian People's Confederations. We have with us now Mr. Indrashwar Teran, chairman of the Amrikarbi Development Council. At the same time, he is a nuclear physicist. And we have Pudum Inti, president of the Amrikarbi National Council. We have Kumut Tumu, president of the Amrikarbi Students Union. We have Gita Teron, president of the Amrikarbi Arlosko Amen. And then we have Khorgeshwar Marme, general secretary of the Amrikarbi Bangthe Assem. And then we have Vipul Phangsu, president of the Amrikarbi Roksak Kamei Assem. And then we have Kahang Tumu, vice president of the Amrikarbi Persoranam Aharchi Amel. We have Mr. Tankrak Tiprasa, president of the Tripura chapter of the NAMCO, that is Northeast Indigenous Indian Mongolian People's Cultural Organization. And then we have Mrs. Kasangti Tiprasa, general secretary of Impc NEI of Tripura chapter. Impc NEI stands for Indigenous Indian Mongolian People's Academic Conglomeration Tribune of Northeast India. And we have one media association's president by name NIPMAN, that is Northeast Indigenous People's Media and the News Network, Mr. Tangsrang Tiprasa. And then we have with us now Dr. Phukon Chandra Boro, ex-chairman of Volunteer Force of APSO, All Boro Students Union, and he is currently serving as the president of All Assam Kasari Samaj. And we have from Manipur Mr. Pathao Matum. He is an he's a Mysore University alumni and at the same time political activist in Manipur, and right now he is one of the executive members of the newly launched party. We have Biron Inti, all Meghalaya Karbi Students Union Karbi Association's president, and we have David Englang, secretary of Barak Valley Karbi Students Associations. We have Jiten Sunowal, secretary of All Assam Sunowal Kachari Students Union. We have Dr. Motilal Nunisha, founder general secretary of Dimasa Sahitya Sabha and retired director of health services of the government of Assam. And he was also for a longer period of time as a vice president of Assam Football Association. And currently he is one of the executive members of the newly launched political party called Impc. And we have another Karbi king who we are waiting. He'll be arriving soon. Racho Holing Singh Rohan. We have Jona Terang, convener of 20 plus organization. We have Angtong Inti, convener of 24 plus organizations of Karbi Anglong. We have another convener from 24 plus organization of Karbi Anglong, Mr. Rajesh Tisho. And we have Dr. I Nongri from Meghalaya, from Shillong. one of the senior surgeon, and at the same time member of this newly launched political party. We have Dr. Morningstar Sumer, General Secretary, National General Secretary of NEMCO, that is Northeast Indigenous Indian Mongolian People's Cultural Organization. He is with us. And then we have our veteran politician from Tripura, Mr. B.K. Rankal. We have Rajesh Tishu, convener of the 21st organization. We have Panpo Rongpe, which I have said. We have our Highness from Tripura, His Highness Pradut Kishore Manikka Bahadur Debarma. So now today, since our guest couldn't come on time, so therefore now our program bit not in a chronological format, so it's a bit anachronical. So may I now call upon our convener, since most of our guests arrived, so to deliver his welcome speech and at the same time introductory note on the newly launched political party by name IMPC, Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. May I call upon Mr. J.I. Kathar, retired IAS officer, to come and deliver his welcome and introductory speech.
Chairman, sir, respected inaugurator, Madam Niva Kaur, and our Maharaja of Tripura, and distinguished personalities on the stage, and my friends who are gathered here. I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Let me go straight to the matter of this Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. I was Deputy Commissioner in Karimganj district. Then there I found that the Kuki people, they are called Tiprasa, and then Chorei people, and Mitei people, and Khasi people, and Devvarman people. Devvarman also of the Dimasa. They did not have any facility from the government. They could not get anything because they are hill tribes but living in plains. In Assam it is like that. So since they are hill tribes in living in plains, they are not recognized as scheduled tribes. They were not given anything, and they didn't get even land pata inside within the civil area. They were compelled to, even now most of them are compelled to live in forest areas. In forest areas we cannot take up any developmental works. It was difficult what to do. However, since I was there, of course I did some developmental work even in forest areas. However, it was difficult to do more than that. So what we did is that, and moreover, atrocities were committed on them. Their pan cultivation, their tamul cultivation used to be sometimes damaged. But at the same time we found that although there were tribes people, they thought of their own problems only, and there are very few people, and so they could not create any impact on the government, on the authority. So we try to bring them together under the aegis of, and in fact we form All Assam Mongolian People's Cultural Organization. If we say tribal, then tribal, the word tribe tribal itself is adjective. It is not human being. It is not only a quality. And if it is a quality, to develop a quality will be a different thing. It is not by constructing a road. And another difficult thing is that to be a tribe means one of the characteristics of a tribe is to remain isolated. They are shy. They want to avoid the other tribes, the other people. And so they remain isolated and nobody cares for them. In fact, the Khasis were evicted from them by the majority group, majority people, not tribe people, but majority people in Karimganj. To be frank, it is Hindu Bengali, of course, there. They were evicted and placed them in a camp. It was never published in the newspaper. And since they are placed in a camp, actually they should have been given some relief, this and that thing. They were never given. It happened, of course, when I was about to leave the district. When I think I left the district by that time. So we organized that All Assam Mongolian People's Cultural Organization to bring them together. And in Karbi Anglong and in NC Hills and in bordering Assam and Nagaland, we always fight among the tribes people. Always. Mainly starting from 2002. We fought all the tribes against each other. And it is very suspicious who really instigated the fight. On the border of Khasi Hills, saying that Khasis have encroached lots of our land. And on the border of Nagaland, saying that the Nagas are encroaching our land. But the border ranging from Golaghat up to Lamding, which is also border, and they have encroached by other people, we never quarrel with them. So there must be something wrong. There must be something else in it. And when there was a riot between Rengma Nagas and Karbi people, we went, both Rengma Naga and Karbi people, we went together to the Deputy Commissioner complaining that something is going on, it will be very difficult, the riot is going to happen. Then the SP replied to DC, the Deputy Commissioner, yeah, I know, I don't have force. That is what he said. I don't have force. If I have force, I'll tell. And so it was instigated by somebody and we fought each other. While we fought with Rengma Naga, actually we were instigated to fight. I think 6 or 7 Rengmas killed and 10 Karbi people were killed. And Karbi people killed, later on it was come to know that it was killed by the NSC and IM. We have got nothing to do with NSC and IM, but still they killed us. So we went direct to Kohima to talk to the Naga people. They prevented me. Actually, they asked me not to go to Naga people. We should fight, he said. I said that no, I will talk to them. We should not fight. Fighting is not good. And so we succeeded to stop the violence. Such things happen again and again. We, Mongolian people, as in Tripura that we have already known, once I was taken to Tripura, in Agartala I was asked not to take tea also in Agartala because it was dangerous to take tea in the shop or in the hotel, and I was advised not to stay in the hotel. And so I remained I was taken to Kumalung in a small hut. I was kept in a small hut so that nobody would know. But somehow the majority people came to know where I was living. And so after I came, they demolished the hut where I lived. This is the position in Tripura. In Karbi Anglong, we have lots of Bongo Senas. Karbi Anglong and in the whole of Assam, I think in lots of them in Shillong also, and lots of them in Kohima, and lots of them in Dimapur, Bongo Senas. The idea of Bongo Sena is to create an empire of the Bongo Senas when India will break up. That's what they say. They say that India would break up one day. And so when it breaks up, the whole of West Bengal, Bangladesh, Assam, the whole of Northeast India and up to Andaman and Nicobar should be a Bongo Bhumi empire. That's what they have said, and it is seen in the internet also. In 2016, 52 of them surrendered. 52 Bongo Senas surrendered in 2016. Out of them, 48 are Karbis and 4 are Nepalis. They are Bongo Senas. And those who have surrendered, they told us that there are so many Osomia also, there are Muslims also, Muslim Bengalis also, there are Nagas, there are Boro people, there are Khasi people, and Dimasa people, and Garo people in the Bongo Senas. Many Garos, they said. Now, one Garo is here, so I want to make him known about this. There are so many Bongo Senas among the Garos, they say. They have joined. The Bongo Sena people, it is the army of Bongo Bhumi is led by Shishir Kumar Sarkar. And the one who recruit in Karbi Anglong is Haridon Das. After they surrendered, they told us about all these things. We have got their identity cards, everything with us. We asked them why they joined. They say that they have joined Bongo Senas because they told us that the Bongo Sena army is Indian army, they said. And so they would be given salary ranging from 10,000 to 20,000 per month after they finish their training in West Bengal. That's what they told us. They were about to go for training, and so, but they were caught by our youths in the Fu, and so we prevented them to go to West Bengal for training, and they surrendered, 52 of them. We requested the police to arrest those people who have recruited into Bongo Sena. The police refused to arrest them. They say that Bongo Senas are good people. We are still urging upon them to arrest them because Bongo Sena and Bongo Bhumi Army, National Army, I think it is a sedition, it is anti-national, it is against India. If the TNV could be arrested, if TNV could be banned, if BLT could be banned, if KPLT could be banned, if NSCN-IM could be banned, then Bongo Sena should be banned too. But the government has not banned it till now. We are requesting the government to ban it because it is creating a problem in Karbi Anglong and in some areas in Northeast India. We do not know, of course, who are the Bongo Senas. Our people think that since we are so-called tribes people, we do not think it deeply, and so they are flourishing. Because of such things, we find that it is necessary for us to have a united platform. First of all, we only had cultural united platform. It was a cultural organization. But in cultural organization, we only say this and that thing, demand this thing and that thing only. We demand only, we speak and we submit memorandum. But India is a democratic country. Every struggle, every fight will have to be done through democracy. And democracy, the weapon is voting, vote, contesting in elections. This is the way we should do. And telling the people what democracy is all about. Our people do not know what is democracy at present, our tribes people, especially I think everywhere. At present, taking money during election, that is called democracy. That is what they think. This morning also they told me, somebody rang me up, if we have to contest election, we need much money. I told him, if we depend on money only during election, then certainly the BJP and Congress will win, because they have got much more money than us, than anybody of us, any party. So if we want to protect ourselves and to develop ourselves from inward, from our heart, because development starts from the heart, not outside. Once, for example, this pool was only a paddy field. It belonged to the Karbi people. The whole of Kamrup district was within the kingdom of the Karbis. Our Karbi kingdom extended up to Pandu. The meaning Pandu means Ke Pandam Adu. That is the last point where we cultivated deep farming and all. And so the king of the Karbi used to put up their police checkpost there. And it extended also up to Rani. However, in 1500 AD, starting sometime like 1521 AD, Shankardev and others, followed by Madhav Kondoli and all, they started converting our people. All the Karbis, I think more than 50% of the Karbi population were converted. They were made into kos. Kos means, it is a Sanskrit word, I think Maharaja knows it very well. It is to wash, ceremonial washing. We were washed because we were called Asuras. Till now, still today, we have got Norkasur, that is the areas, the villages where the Asur stay. Asur means the Karbis. So, we were washed from being Asur and we were put in the class of Kus. In some books, it is written Kos, K-O-S-S, Kos. Cook, that is washing, cook. From cook, it turned into Kos. And so Kos usually do not have their language, because Kos is a mixture of all people, all tribes people, including Ahom, including Nomosudras. So our land, this Amri division, we have got 5 divisions, Karbi kingdom. This Amri division starts from Umpanai up to Pandu, up to Janukbari. It is cut in the middle, that is near about Jagi Road and this area. So one part fall within another kingdom and one part fell within Karbi kingdom. It is still in Karbi kingdom. That is, we have got still a constituency, Amri constituency there. This is how we have happened like this. And if it goes on like this, I think our people will be finished later, slowly. The whole of Guwahati, till 1931, our population in Guwahati, Karbi population was 63%. Now, how will you find them? They call themselves Hazarika, Bora, Medhi, Soikia, and then Borua also, Phukon also, and then I think there are some Kakoti also there. They call themselves like this. My father was converted and he was given the title Medhi. Medhi. We belong to Medhi for some time. Because my father's name was Basa Intikathar, so he was converted and his name was given as Bongshidhor Medhi. That was the name of my father. For 10 years he was course. He was a course for 10 years and he was Bongshidhor Medhi. Then later on he came to know that something was wrong. We Kathar people are said to be high priests. He thought that by converting he would rise higher in the society, he thought. Then after conversion, he wanted to go and worship to the Gohai. There is a Gohai Ghor inside the house. No? There used to be Gohai Ghor. So he wanted to go and worship because now he is much cleaner than before, he thought. Now Medhi is not Kathar anymore. So the Brahmin who converted him, he pulled my father's dhoti from the back. Don't go. You are not fit to worship there. I will worship in your place for you. Just hold on my dhoti from the back side. So my father held the back side, dhoti on the back side, the end, and then he worshipped. Then he remembered, Array, before my conversion, I was high priest, very high, Kathar. Now, I thought I would rise higher, but now I go lower. What is this? So he returned to Inti Kathar after 10 years. I would have been Medhi, and perhaps I would not have been among you now if I remain Medhi. This is the position. But this is fact. So these are the happening in Assam or in this area. We still have Bora, Naga Bora in Dipu. They realize it, now they are turned into Jising now. Rengma Naga. Previously he was Durga Bora. Then we look at the meaning Bora. What is this? Bora we find in Puran. That is in Puran, Varaha Purana. Varaha Purana. It is a pig, swine, a Gahuri. Many Boras among us now, among the Karbis, in Nagaon, Golaghat, Sonitpur, Kamrup, and in Morigaon. Many Boras. They are converted into Bora. I do not know why they have been given the title of swine, pig. Maybe our tribal people like to eat pork so much, and we used to rear pork, maybe because of that. So we have been given Bora title. Later on we have come to know. Now therefore, we feel that unless we know what we are, we cannot do anything. When we read geography, first of all, the teachers taught us what was geography. That is, in Assamese, Bhu-Gul. Bhu mane Prithivi, Gul mane Guronia. Only knowing after what is Bhugul, then we started reading Bhugul. We come to know we studied Bhugul. When we went to college, before reading what was the Ricardian theory of economics, all the Malthus theory of population, we first were taught what was economics. That way, likewise, if we want to develop somebody, some tribe, I think we must know what the tribe is first. What the people is first. Therefore, when we Indian people demanded independence, first of all, we formed Brahmo Samaj, and we formed Arjo Samaj, and we formed Prarthana Samaj. All these things we formed. We came to know what we are. I mean, not we means not we are Mongolian, but they came to know that they were also Aryans. The Aryans, and then of course, the German people do not say that they are Aryans again. So they sent out Subhash Chandra Bose from Germany to some other place, to Tokyo, saying that you are not purely Aryan. That's what I read in some book. They came to know that they came to know their race, what they are all about. They came to know. Then only they demanded independence, and they got their self-respect, dignity, self-esteem. With self-esteem, we can stand. Without self-esteem, without self-respect, we cannot stand. So in order to have our self-respect and self-esteem, we must know what we are. If it is only tribal is adjective. We can say that tribal, even some plants, according to science, some plants are also tribe, and some insects are also tribe. We used to say, it is read in a book. So we are not only quality, but we are human beings. We are people, not quality. So we say that we are Mongolian. This is the right word. We thought, and so we have formed this Mongolian cultural organization for self-esteem, to realize what we are, and to develop ourselves. If we want to develop ourselves according to our tradition, then we must know what we are, and we must develop that. We are asked now, even in Karbi Anglong, in Meghalaya, in Garo, among the Garos, we are asked to accept Panchayat. I think Tripura, they have already accepted Panchayat. They say that you do not have your Panchayat. It is a present problem now. You do not have your Panchayat. But the people who have framed Constitution, they are wise enough. So in Article 243D, Clause D, it is said, Panchayat means as local self-government by whatever name called, within bracket, by whatever name called. That means Dorbar Snong for the Khasi is Panchayat. It is a Panchayat of the Khasis, Dorbar Snong. And Wahe Snong and Dorbar and Rangba Snong, they are the presidents. Likewise, the Karbi people have Ser one cap, that is share is gold actually, honorable members, that means 10 members, honorable members. And we have got Bangke or Rong Asar. This is our panchayat. It is already granted in Article 243D, Clause D. Now they are saying that you do not have your panchayat, you must take our panchayat. I debated this in Ministry of Home Affairs when Shambhu Singh was the Joint Secretary. I told him that we have got our own panchayat. So allow us to have our panchayat, because it is allowed by the 6th schedule also, and in Article 243D also. And in Article 243M it says that panchayat is not applicable in tribal areas. So actually in the tribal autonomous council in Tripura, you cannot have panchayat. You must have your traditional village council by whatever name called. I don't know what the name will be. Yes, you will have that one. You will have to have that, because Article 243M it says, Part 9 of the Constitution, starting from Article 243 to 243ZG, are not applicable in 6th schedule area. Why it is not applicable? Because the 6th schedule, the Constitution, want us to give autonomy to develop ourselves according to our own. That is the intention. It is a good intention. But now they want to wipe out our traditional way of living. They don't want us to develop in our own way, so they are forcing us to have this panchayat. That is panchayat, I think 5 members committee sitting. I think we must, all of us, we used to see sitting under a tree in the village, 5 members. I told the government of India that our panchayat, Servan Cap, 10 members, is more democratic than your 5-member panchayat. Why won't you allow us to have our own panchayat? We still have our panchayat. Here in Amri Council also they still have. Bangke, isn't that so? Bangke, and what is the council you call? Something you have got. Somthong Cap, that is 30 members for them. See, this is much more democratic than that 5 members. And somebody told us to speak like that our panchayat is, our Servan Cap or that Bangke or your Rangbasnong is too old, they said. I mean, Dorbasnong is too old. Nokma is too old, they say. This is too ancient, we must take panchayat. But panchayat itself is older than ours, because it existed even in the days of Chandragupta Maurya. It is 300 BC before Christ. So that is also quite old. And moreover, Khap Panchayat, you know, the political people in North India, they are afraid to interfere in Khap Panchayat. They are very powerful. So our panchayat also should be allowed to be powerful. So for doing all these things, we must know what we are. That is what I want to emphasize. And for knowing what we are doing this. That is Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. We shall all Mongolian people, we should know what we are, and we should know what our culture is. We should know what our tradition is. We should know what our language is. We should know what our religion is. Then we will be able to develop as we are. Our is not inferior to the traditions of North India. They are also good for them. It is all right. We respect that also. Because we are India, We should respect each other. We should respect the panchayat of their panchayat also. We should respect their language. We should respect their culture, everything. We are all Indian. We shall live together, but we also must be allowed to develop our own. We are not going to do anything against our beloved India. We are for India. With these few words, there are so many more who will speak. So with these few words, I thank all of you, and I hope that every one of you will join us, and we must remember that we must have our political rights, and political rights are fought as per our constitution. There are two constitutions. One is Indian constitution and another mini constitution, that's 6th schedule. It is written, 6th schedule is a mini constitution. So it is a constitution. But one word I want to make it clear. What is constitution? Constitution is a legal framework for building a country. If Indian constitution is a legal framework for building Indian big nation, then 6th schedule is a mini constitution for building a mini or small kind of republic. That is what it is written there. It doesn't mean that we are outside India. We shall never be. We should not even imagine that. We are India and we are Indians, and we will live according to the constitution. Thank you.
His Highness Bubagra from Tripura will be leading, so therefore may I request Bubagra to come and deliver his short speech.
Ang puilaw no norokno ang kulummas tangya puro kulumka. To the convener, Mr. Kathar, to the inaugurator of this program, someone whose family I have known for a very long time, Mrs. Niva Kongar, Vijay Rangkholji, the president of a party from my state, the Indigenous People's Front of Tripura, to the National Secretary Bikram Hanse, Treasurer Mahanta Langthangsa, to the members Motilal Noisia, Indreshwar Teron, Anil Bhairali, Thareshwar Deori, Priya Engtipi, Sunmun Marak, Pathau Mutmun, to all the members who have gathered here today, to different smaller parties, to His Highness, my contemporary, the Raja here amongst us, with humble and gracious respect, to the Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. I, at the very beginning, would like to congratulate an idea which was in the heart and the mind of Mr. Kathar a long time ago, and today I am very happy to see that the Mongolian People's Confederation, the Indian Mongolian People's Confederation, has become a reality. I wish your party, Mr. Kathar, the Mongolian Party, the Mongolian People's Party, the very best. And I hope this may be a humble beginning, but all beginnings which are small become bigger if your roots are inside the ground and you are in touch with the grassroots and the reality. What is the indigenous person? Who is an indigenous person? An indigenous person is a man or a woman who has roots on the ground. Who are we? In Northeast you may be a Karbi, you may be a Ahom, you may be a Tiprasa, you may be a Garo, a Mizo, a Naga, a Mizo, a Bodo. But when you are outside, when you cross the boundaries of Northeast, when you go to Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, who are you? Some say you are Northeastern, but I say we are Mongolian people. We are the indigenous Mongolian people. When I look at the beautiful face of Mrs. Niwa Convert, they say Assam is not part of the Mongolian people. Look at her. She is as indigenous, as pure as all of us who desire that we are connected to the soil, the ground where we existed for hundreds and hundreds of years. Today, Mr. B.K. Rankhol called me up and said, Bubagra in our language means Maharaja, the king. And he said, and Pohor Tiprasa said, you have to come to show solidarity to this. I have a political party, I belong to another political party, but I understand that beyond a national political party, we also need to understand that we have our own brothers and sisters who strive for political right. And till the time the national parties which are sitting in Delhi do not listen to the voices of the indigenous people of Northeast, you will have voices of dissent coming. Somebody said about Bongo Sena. Today, the government of India characterizes a certain group of people who are insurgents as terrorists. If you ask for your right, whether it is NRC, whether it is Citizenship Amendment Bill, they shoot at us. But if you are a Bajrang Dal, if you are a Vishwa Hindu Parishad, if you are a Bongo Sena, then you can do whatever you want to do. They will say they are disgruntled. Law in this land has to be the same for all people. When you deny us our fundamental right, when you question and threaten our existence, then there will be parties like the Mongolian People's Confederation. We all have our own identity. We all have our own culture. Today, when you listen, when you hear about Tripura, when you hear about Tripura, you realize Tripura has become an example for the whole of Northeast. Somebody says, we don't want to be like another Tripura. Why is Tripura an example? What is the history of Tripura? Why has Tripura become an example for all the Mongolian people? Tripura has a history, it has a culture. For hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, Tripura or Tipra was ruled by an indigenous ruler and an indigenous kingdom. In 1949, my father, my own father, along with my grandmother, when we saw West Pakistan on one side, when we saw India on another side, when we saw the whole of Southeast Asia changing, Burma had got freed. India had become free country. There was no Bangladesh, there was West Pakistan. We said, they thought to themselves, it is better to be in a secular India which will protect our culture, our language, our identity, than to be with a West Pakistan which is based purely on religion. We merged with India. Over the last 70 years, the repeated communist governments have said, the king did not give you education. It is a lie. They said, the king did not help you. It's a lie. I just have to tell them one thing. What did you take away from us? And they say, we gave you democracy. We gave you a vote. And in return, what did you take away from us? Our land. You take away our land, you give us a piece of paper, every 5 years you go and vote, and we say, now you have the power to change. What change? We have become minorities in our own land, a land which nobody could take over for hundreds and hundreds of years. When we joined the Indian government, the Indian Dominion, with the army that India has, they could not protect us from people from across the border. Is that not a betrayal of our rights? And today, we have learned, Vijay Rankolji, he picked up the gun once, he surrendered, he came to an understanding, he stood for an election, he won an election, he took an oath under the Indian Constitution. We have understood that we are a part of the Indian country, the great Indian country. But today, when in New Delhi, they passed the Citizenship Amendment Bill, that threatens our very existence. In this platform, I will urge the Mongolian People's Confederation to take up this issue. To take up this issue, because I will take it up and I have been taking it up. Take up this issue. If the government of India, who is at the power and center, wants to help the minorities in Bangladesh, there are 1.97 crore minorities in Bangladesh today. If you really want to help them, please keep them in Gujarat, please keep them in Maharashtra, please keep them in Madhya Pradesh, in Rajasthan, in Odisha, in Punjab. Northeast of India cannot take this anymore. We have suffered enough. We are Indians also. Give us our basic dignity and our right. Today, we don't have jobs. Our children don't get proper education. The schools are in terrible condition. Teachers don't turn up. Today, we don't have land. Today, when you go to hospital, the hospital is filled. There are no doctors. Provide that to the Indian citizens. It may be Karbi, it may be Dimasa, it may be Boro, it may be Tiprasa, it may be Garo or a Khasi or a Ahom. Why do you want to bring people from another country and give them the same facility? Because you haven't given us this facility for 70 years. These are fundamental questions. आपको पूछना होगा सरकार से. ये सरकार को हमने बनाया है. विप्लव देव को त्रिपुरा ने वोट दिया है. कॉन्ड्राड सांगमा को मेघालय ने वोट दिया है. सर्बानंद सोनोवाल को, जातीय नायक को असम ने वोट दिया है. दिल्ली ने हमको नहीं बनाया है. आपको हमारे बारे में सोचना होगा. ये कहां का न्याय है? What is this justice? When we start a political journey, we promise, हम लोग वादा करते हैं, आपको ये चाहिए हो जाएगा, आपको ये चाहिए हो जाएगा। इलेक्शन जीता, फिनिश, गुड बाय, दिल्ली से गुड बाय। इलेक्शन के टाइम आप जो भी बिल पास करते हो, why has the center betrayed us again and again? इसमें हम लोग का भी गलती है। मिस्टर कथार इज हियर, विजय रांखल जी इज हियर, मिसेस नीवा कनवर इज हियर, her husband Devanand Konwar has fought for the people of Assam. I know it, I have seen it with my father. It is our fault also. We have created a politics जो दिल्ली झोला लेके जाता है। In Delhi, sir, 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 yes sir, yes sir, पैसे के लिए, for money we sell our souls, for money we sell our dignity, okay, but for money you sell your land and your people. I cannot accept that. You have a responsibility. Today there may be only very few of you all here. आप लोग आज ज्यादा नहीं है, कम है, लेकिन लीडरशिप भी ना 10,000 आदमी लोग लीडरशिप नहीं क्रिएट करते। जब आई गो टू दिल्ली, दे से क्या बोलता है दिल्ली में, ओ बट यू आर सो लेस, योर नंबर इज सो लेस। If you go to Parliament, they say, but you are only few lakhs. बहुत कम है आप लोग, कैसा लीडर निकलेगा? आप लोग तो इतना कम है। So, यूपी में कम लोग हैं, there is less people in UP. Why is there no leadership in UP? बिहार में there are crores and crores of people. Why is there no leadership in Bihar? In Paschim Bengal, crore and crore of people, only one leader, Mamata Banerjee. Why? Population does not make a leader. Quality, integrity, honesty makes a leader. जिसके दिल में सच, प्यार और हिम्मत हो, जो अपने देश को नहीं बेचता है, वो लीडर बनता है। उसके पास करोड़ करोड़ आदमी होने का दरकार नहीं, उनके पास क्वालिटी होना चाहिए। I suggest and I pray that you develop that quality. And while you have your party, I may have my own party, Vijay Rankhol has his own party, we can still work together. We can always work together if we put our people before our parties. There is a common ground. There is a common ground. If in West Bengal BJP का president बोल सकता है, we want Mamata Banerjee to be the Prime Minister of India. अगर वेस्ट बंगाल में ममता बनर्जी बोलता है, we may be Trinamool Congress, but we will support Pranab Mukherjee as president. अगर महाराष्ट्र में शिवसेना बोलता है, we don't care if we are with NDA, प्रतिभा पाटिल महाराष्ट्रियन है, उसको हम लोग प्रधानमंत्री, मुख्यमंत्री, राष्ट्रपति बनाएंगे. Then they are choosing people, community over their party. Why can't we do the same? We have to do the same. I suggest and I pray with my heart that the Mongolian Confederation rises to become a force of the people who cannot speak for themselves. आप लोग को भी एक responsibility है. You also have a responsibility. You all may be voters, supporters. There are many leaders, Jatiya Nayaks. They will come इलेक्शन के पहले झोला लेके आएगा, पैसा फेंकेगा आपके ऊपर, बोलेगा कि अपना समाज को छोड़ दो, पैसा लो, हम लोग बाद में देखेंगे। कथार बाबू का पास पैसा नहीं है, हमारे राजा के पास पैसा नहीं है, विजय राठौर का पास तो पैसा है ही नहीं। ये जो त्रिपुरा का महाराजा है, महल है, कैश नहीं है। आप लोग रुपया लेकर अपना बच्चा का भविष्य बेचते हो। डोंट टेक मनी, डोंट टेक फॉल्स प्रॉमिसेस। इलेक्शन के टाइम जब वो पैसा लेके आएंगे, आप लो पैसा, आपका पैसा है। उनको लगता, आपको लगता है, इज इट, यू थिंक इट इज देयर मनी? इट इज योर मनी, टेक द मनी, बट वोट for a person who will work for you. You have that responsibility. Finally, and most importantly, jab tak, till the time we do not love our own people, till the time we do not respect our history, our culture, our identity. If we find inspiration only from people from outside, a lot of youngsters, I meet them, they say, Obama inspires me. Somebody says, Akshay Kumar inspires me how to dance. Somebody says, this musician inspires me to do something else. Somebody says, Ambedkar inspires me to be free and fair. I respect Ambedkar ji. I respect Mahatma Gandhi ji. But you have your own role models, heroes and systems in your own community. First, अपने हिस्ट्री को, अपने इतिहास को, अपने अंदर जो आपके लीडर है, हमारे वहां दौफा है, उसको आप समझिए, उसको आप इज्जत दीजिए। अगर त्रिपुरा से राजा यहां आकर आपके राजा को इज्जत दे सकता है, तो आप लोग के अंदर जब ये राजा रास्ते में जा रहा है, कहीं जा रहा है, और आपने रिस्पेक्ट नहीं दिया, तो कोई बाहर का आदमी रिस्पेक्ट नहीं देगा। ये आपके अंदर होना चाहिए। यू शुड फील बैड इफ यू डू नॉट रिस्पेक्ट योर ओन, nobody will respect you. And that is where the Mongolian people have lost their identity. Today, it hurts me when someone from outside comes to Assam and says, Battle of Saraighat. It was always there. You have your Lakshit Barphukans. You have enough role models, but you have forgotten them. Create leadership amongst yourself. Don't allow money to destroy you. To all the young people here and to all the young ladies and to the men, one thing, just one thing, choose a good leader once in your life. जिंदगी में एक बार पैसा को छोड़ के अच्छा लीडर को वोट दो, चेंज खुद ब खुद आएगा। एक बार जिंदगी में हर चीज एक बार करना होता है। You should do something once in your lifetime. For once, I pray and I beg. I may be the Maharaja or the Bubagra of Tripura, but to you, I am a Mongolian blood. Please, please choose your leader wisely and do not go with the corrupt and the people who betray you. In the end, I wish this party the best. I also hope that when you come out with your manifesto, when you come out with your issues, I, for one thing, Mr. Kathar, will steal some of your manifesto and put it in my party also. See, if we borrow and steal, then it helps all people. I will definitely steal some of your ideas. I have already stolen your idea about the Panchayati Raj, 243D. I am actually going to study it. And if we can even combine and go and file this case in the Supreme Court, we shall do it together. Please be strong, please be wise, please be smart, and most importantly, do not forget that we are Mongolian. I wish all of you the best. Belaino Hambai, Kulumka.
Thank you, Your Highness, Mubagra. We have a cultural dance troupe, and then to depict today's this very movement, this very evolving process of the Mongolian politics. Now, we would like to now depict their very development through our cultural troops dance. The dance troupe is the what you call the dance troupe. The dance troupe came from the community called Amri Karbi. According to their history, they say that once upon a time, the Amri Karbi people, they have supplied the armies in the Saraigat war, it seems. So today, they are going to show forth that war cry, and then at the same time, victory march, it seems. So it's a kind of theme for the this very inauguration program. So may I call upon the dance troupe now to showcase their dance. Thank you.
Jika napal video kasumula aromayo gasia nahal ridine rutne melo.
Ada. Halo. Oi. Ano SMS kagere mo apa ni number Udah. Hey. Halo.
Like nuôi cùng
Ada nambah ikut nambah nada apa? Ini nambah nada. 9436 588 88 ini 5 tunggu bina gini biasa
asisten boleh aja nih
318 on number SMS kare WhatsApp tuh on number no save kare WhatsApp
I was told that dance is a depiction of the men and women involving for the protection of their motherland, it seems. And then through their collective effort, they have they conquered, they fought against their enemy and they conquered. So that was I was told. Okay. So sir, would you? All right. So one announcement. His Highness Bobagra Pradut, and then our inaugurator, ma'am, Mrs. Kaur, will be leaving right now. So participants and dignitaries, may we give them a send off.
With us.
Also, J.I. Ingti Qatar, retired IAS, the National Convener of Indian Mongolian People's Confederation, and also Tripura Prince, who has just left, and respected all the members gathered here. I don't need to speak much on how the Indian Mongolian People's Confederation, on the fact, the simple is that the speakers have spoken so many histories, backgrounds, and its origins. But the only thing I want to tell you is that in Greek people say, they used to say, if you don't know the origin, if you don't know your origin, you are lost. So likewise, our Mongoloids or Mongolian peoples here living in this country, I think we need to go back and understand where is our origin. That is more important. And being here, I'm very glad and I'm honored. And to be part of this program, I've been invited by the organizers, and coming here, I'm blessed and great honored to see all the people coming together under the same banner to fight for our own democratic rights, to bring back the changes, to go back to the histories, to understand the originality, and then what is the democracy, what is the Mongoloids are going to do, representing all the facts and figures. Now we have realized, we have come to the light that we need to fight back, we need to move forward, and then to bring back the changes for the future. Of course, this initiative is led for us, for all these Northeast people, for our Mongoloid people. But it is not too late for the future. It is not too late for the future. So let us not demoralize by seeing the fact that it is too late. But it is not too late for the future. Let me not speak much. Let me not take much time here. And then speakers have spoken so many. So I think it is good enough for us to understand, to go back and think it over, and to move forward what is we are going to take steps in the future. And as for me, I'm working under the government of Meghalaya, but I'm a well-wisher of these initiatives, and I do believe and I hope and I wish these initiatives will continue forward and will bring the changes for the people of Mongolites in this country. With these few words, I stop my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bahman, for your short and encouraging speech. Now, we are having some of the conveners from the 24 plus organizations from Karbi Anglong. There are 3 conveners with us. They have been working for Karbi Anglong and at the same time for Assam, and then at the same time their work has really encouraged all the northeastern states to think upon things like 6th schedule and many other issues like that. They have a 6th schedule implementation committee, and we have with us today 3 conveners. They would like to deliver the very initiative they have taken in their respective places. So before I call upon one of the conveners, may I call upon one of the prominent student leaders from Assam, Jiten Sonowal, who is the General Secretary of all Assam Sonowal Kachari Students Union. May I call upon Jiten Sonowal to come up on the stage. And we would like to felicitate him as well. And we would like to felicitate him with traditional Karbi muffler called Toho. Toho. So we would like to felicitate student leader by name Mr. Jiten Sonowal. Thereafter, I would like to call upon one of the conveners, Mr. Angtong Impc, convener of the 24 plus organizations. May I call upon Angtong to come up and then to deliver his speech.
सबसे पहले तो मैं आज इस समिट के चेयरपर्सन और ये जो नया पार्टी है इंडियन मंगोलियन पीपल्स कॉन्फेडरेशन के नेशनल कन्वेनर मिस्टर J.I. कथर IAS रिटायर्ड और सभी ऑफिस बियरर्स, मेंबर्स और त्रिपुरा के राजा हिज हाइनेस भूभाग्रा प्रद्योत किशोर मणिक्य बहादुर देबबर्मा और टेंटेले रिचो पानपुर रोंगपी हिज हाइनेस और डायस में जितने भी लीडर्स हैं और जितने भी सपोर्टर्स यहाँ पे आए हैं सभी को मैं कार्बी ट्रेडिशनल ग्रीटिंग्स आप लोग को देना चाहूंगा। कार्बम। आज मैं जो भी बोलूंगा 24 प्लस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के बिहाफ को लेके मैं बोलूंगा। 24 प्लस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जो है कार्बी आंगलोंग में बेस्ड करता है और ये 24 प्लस 24 से अधिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के कॉन्ग्लोमरेशन है और पूरे असम में और पूरे भारत में 24+ ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को लेंगटा पार्टी ये बोल के जानता है, क्योंकि असम में पहले हम लोग ही ये आंदोलन किया था। तब बहुत लोगों ने हम लोग के ऊपर हंसे थे कि ये लोग रास्ते पे आके नंगा हो गया, लेकिन बहुत लोगों ने ये नहीं सोचा कि नंगा क्यों हो गया। आज हम लोग दिल्ली में भी हम लोग देखा है कि आसाम के इंडिजिनस लोग दिल्ली में जाके वहां जाके नंगा होना पड़ा। इसका क्या वजह है? अगर ये सवाल हम लोग खुद को पूछे तो हम लोग यही जवाब पाएगा कि कार्बी आंगलों में भी पॉलिटिकली हम लोग बहुत मार्जिनलाइज्ड हो गया। अभी जो प्रेजेंट जो कंडीशन है, अगर देखा जाए तो बहुत से ऐसे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में ऐसा कंडीशन हो गया कि एक ट्राइबल लैंड होते हुए भी ट्राइबल लोग इलेक्शन नहीं जीत सकता है। आप मान लीजिए कि कोपली कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी जो कार्बी आंगलों में एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है जहां से मैं बिलोंग करता हूं, अभी जो इनकम्बेंट जो मेंबर ऑफ ऑटोनोमस काउंसिल है उनका नाम मैं नहीं बोलूंगा, लेकिन वो बिहार से आता है, वहां के इंडिजिनस नहीं है। लेकिन वहां के जो पॉपुलेशन का परसेंटेज अगर देखा जाए तो कार्बी लोग वहां माइनॉरिटी या फिर ट्राइबल लोग वहां माइनॉरिटी हो गया है, और बाहर से जो आया हुआ है वो लोग वहां मेजॉरिटी हो गया है। तो जितने भी कोशिश आप करो वहां, लेकिन आप नहीं जीत पाओगे, ऐसा हालत है वहां। और ये सिर्फ एक एग्जाम्पल है, और ऐसे कोपली जैसे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी बहुत ऐसा सारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है जहां पर ट्राइबल लोग नहीं जीत सकता है। तो अगर हम लोग देखा जाए तो अगले 10-20 साल में ऐसा हालत होगा कि ट्राइबल लोग अभी जो त्रिपुरा में जैसा हो रहा है उससे भी ज्यादा हम लोग वहां सहना पड़ेगा, ऐसा हालत हो गया है। जब भी हम लोग त्रिपुरा के जो फोटोज हम लोग इंटरनेट में जब देखता है तो हम लोग खुद रोता है। अभी भी मेरा गूस बम हो गया है, पूरा निकल गया है। तो दिल से बोल रहा हूं, हम लोग को रोना पड़ता है कि ऐसा हालत हो गया। हम लोग जहां पर हम लोग 100 साल से हम लोग जी रहे हैं, वहां पर हम लोग माइनॉरिटी हो गया है, हम लोग नहीं जीत सकता है, हम लोग का इज्जत जमीन पर उतर गया है, ऐसा हालत हो गया है। इसलिए हम लोग जो नेकेड डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन है इसलिए हम लोग किया है ताकि वहां के जितने भी लोग हैं, इंडिजिनस लोग हैं, उन लोग को एहसास होगा कि अब हम लोग का हालत ऐसा हो गया कि हम लोग कपड़े पहनने के लिए भी नहीं है, घर भी नहीं है, मकान भी नहीं है, ऐसा हालत हम लोग दिखाना चाहता है। आज 3 साल हो गया है हम लोग ये आंदोलन करते हुए, लेकिन हम लोग का आदमी ही वहां अभी तक काउंसिल में जितने भी मेंबर्स हैं सब ट्राइबल लोग ही मेजॉरिटी है अभी तक। लेकिन मेजॉरिटी होते हुए भी ट्राइबल लोग को सेफ गार्ड करने के लिए ये लोग रेजोल्यूशन नहीं ले सकता है, क्योंकि उनका जो शरीर है, उनका जो मन है, उनका जो पूरे जितना भी है सब बिक चुका है और सब कंट्रोल कर लिया है। क्योंकि ये लोग सोचता है अगर ट्राइबल के सेफगार्ड के लिए हम लोग रिजोल्यूशन लेगा तो उनको भारी पड़ेगा, इलेक्शन नहीं जीत सकेगा, ऐसे ही सोचते हैं। इसीलिए जितना भी रिजोल्यूशन लेता है सब ट्राइबल के अगेंस्ट ही होता है। ऐसा हालत हो गया है। हम लोग का आदमी ही वहां है लेकिन हम लोग का अगेंस्ट ही कर रहा है हम लोग का आदमी। ऐसा हालत हो गया है। इसीलिए हम लोग बोल रहा है 6 शेड्यूल एरियाज में वोटिंग राइट्स, क्योंकि डेमोक्रेसी में ये वोटिंग राइट्स ही सबसे ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण और सबसे ज्यादा पावरफुल, सबसे ज्यादा शक्तिशाली ये वोटिंग राइट्स ही है। अगर हम लोग का वोटिंग राइट्स गुम हो गया या फिर अगर हम लोग का वोटिंग राइट्स किसी और से नीचे आ गया तो हम लोग कभी भी हम लोग ऊपर नहीं जा सकेगा। ये बात हम लोग को समझना पड़ेगा। अभी हम लोग जितना भी हम लोग आंदोलन किया है कार्बी आंगलों में, सब हम लोग एक्स्ट्रा पार्लियामेंट्री के हिसाब से ही हम लोग आंदोलन किया है। इसका मतलब हम लोग बाहर से ही प्रेशर दे रहा है कि हम लोग को सेफ गार्ड चाहिए, बाहर से प्रेशर दे रहा है। लेकिन 3 साल हम लोग बाहर से प्रेशर देने के बावजूद भी आज तक हम लोग को ये फल नहीं मिला। इसलिए 24+ ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ये रिजोल्यूशन लेना पड़ा कि हम लोग एक्स्ट्रा पार्लियामेंट्री या फिर प्रेशर ग्रुप के हिसाब से भी हम लोग आंदोलन करेंगे और हम लोग पॉलिटिकल फाइट भी हम लोग देंगे। पॉलिटिकल फाइट देने के बाद उस काउंसिल में हम लोग बैठेंगे और कार्बी आंगलोंग या फिर मंगोलियंस को हम लोग सेफ गार्ड करेंगे। इसलिए हम लोग ये रेजोल्यूशन लिया है। आज यहाँ पे 24+ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हम लोग इस मीटिंग में इसलिए अटेंड किया है क्योंकि हम लोग आप लोग को बधाई देना चाहता है, क्योंकि आप लोग ये रेजोल्यूशन लिया कि आप लोग पॉलिटिकल फाइट देगा और इसी पॉलिटिकल फाइट से ही हम लोग अपने आप को सेफ गार्ड कर सकेगा। नहीं तो हम लोग बाहर से जितना भी प्रेशर देगा नहीं हो पाएगा, क्योंकि उन लोग का शरीर, उन लोग का मन सब बिक चुका है। ऐसा है कि 24+ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ईस्ट इंडियन मंगोलियन पीपुल्स कॉन्फेडरेशन का हिस्सा है, ऐसा ही आप लोग समझ लीजिए। इस पार्टी का हिस्सा ही है, लेकिन हम लोग जोरदार करेंगे। कार्बी आंगलों से हम लोग अपने आप का होमवर्क, सबसे पहले हम लोग होमवर्क करेंगे। वहां से हम लोग पूरा जितना भी ग्रास रूट लेवल है सब इसको हम लोग करके इस पार्टी से हम लोग बहुत सारा मीटिंग करेंगे और ऐसा भी दिन आएगा कि हम लोग इस पार्टी में ही शामिल होगा। लेकिन इसके लिए हम लोग को वक्त चाहिए। अभी तो हम लोग बहुत सारा काम करना है वहां पे। तो आई डोंट वांट टू प्रोलॉन्ग माय स्पीच, बट टुडे आई एम वेरी happy to be here on behalf of the 24+ organizations, and I congratulate the Indian Mongolian People's Confederation Party, and I also wish the party all the very best and hope that this party will be able to safeguard the rights, the dignity of the Mongolian people, and we have to work together. There is no other way. There is no other way we can safeguard ourselves. The only way is to unite and fight politically. With political fight, we can safeguard our cultural rights and all the other rights. So with this, I end my speech.
Thank you, Kardom.
Thank you, Mr. Atong, for your inspirational speech. No? Now we have one gentleman from Shillong, Dr. Ai Nongri, who is a proponent, at the same time the catalyst of the Mongolian movement and cause. And then he is being a proponent for this newly launched party also. So may I call upon Dr. Nongri to deliver his short speech.
First of all, I would like to give my thanks to Dr. Peter, who has given me this privilege to deliver a short speech in this very, very important meeting in the movement of the indigenous people of Northeast India. I am very much happy and joyful to be able to stand in this ground, Thong Ari, under the custodian of the Amiri Karbi Development Council. I am very proud of Mr. Indreswar Teran, the director of the Amiri Karbi Development Council. My memories goes back 40 years before, when I was just a student, and Mr. Indreswar Teran was a student at that time. I was a student in the Guwahati Medical College, and Indreswar Teran was the student in the Guwahati University. We were young at that time, and we never imagined that I will be able to meet him again in this historic summit of the indigenous people. As a sympathizer of the indigenous people, while I was a student, I was very friendly and lucky to meet Mr. Indreswar Teran. And at that time, from the very scratch, we started the movement of the Amiri Karbi National Council, along with Mr. Indreswar Teran. That was in the year 1977, when I was just a student, a final year student, studying final year MBBS in Guwahati Medical College. And Mr. Teran was a student of the Guwahati University, Jalukbari. We started the movement to uplift the Amiri people. And today I am very joyful that I am able to stand in this ground, which is under the custody of the Amiri Karbi Development Council, which my friend Indreswar Teran is the director. We are very lucky, and I am very happy that we have succeeded to bring people, big people, to come to this meeting, like a member of the National Women Commission, Mrs. Conwar, the wife of the governor of ex-governor, and to have the king of Tripura, though he is no longer the real king. He is under the king, under the control of the Indian government. Still, he is a king. We have paid him enough respect in this meeting. I am very happy to have with me my friend, Mr. Bijoy Rangkhol. While I was a student pursuing my postgraduate studies, I was with a friend from the Ahom community, Dr. Kauri Shankar Barkohain. We were both sitting for an entrance examination in the Jimmer University, in the Jimmer Medical Institute in Pondicherry. And what happened at that time? The name of Bijoy Rangkhol came as a leader fighting against the foreigners who have come to invade Tripura. And I am so surprised that after so many years, I happened to meet face to face
with Sir Bejoy Rankol and to be able to join hands with him to organize this very meeting. So I hope that though we feel we have been let down so much as the indigenous people of this part of the country, still we have made some achievement. The achievement we have made is that we have been able to get this ground and to declare our political party, the Indian Mongolians People Confederation. To deliver my short speech, make my speech shorter, I would like to narrate on three important things. The first thing is, why do we need this forum? Why do we need this forum? The people of Meghalaya have received the statehood from the government of India. The people of Mizoram, they have received the statehood. Same way, Tripura, Manipur, Nagaland. And our friends in the plain of Assam, like Mr. Indra Swarteran, they have been able to achieve, to get the recognition from the state government of Assam as a development council for the Amiri Karbi, for the Rabha, for the Tiwa, and for the many small tribes which I do not know who are in Assam because I belong to the hills. But some development, some recognition, some achievement we have made, and it is very important that we should give thanks to all those who have struggled to reach up to this stage. And we would like to give our thanks to the authority, whosoever, whether Congress, whether the HP or whatever government who has given this recognition to the indigenous people who are so small in numbers, like the Amiri, the Rabha, the Tiwas, and the Karbis, who are our closest neighbors of the Khasi people. I should say, they are our close relatives, the Rabha, the Dimasa, the Karbis, the Tiwa. They are our closest relatives of the Khasis. When we got separated by getting our statehood, we thought we'll never meet again and we'll be successful in pursuing our political rights. But that is not the case. Our voice becomes so small, so feeble, that no one hears our voice. The strong power in Delhi never cared for us. They are willing to bring all the foreigners and dump them in our land so that we will lose our tribes, our identity. This is the action from the highest authorities. And again, at the same time, we have our own problems. Our disunity, our self-interest, and we have so many inter-community conflict, like the Karbi and the Khasis in the Block 2, like the Garos and the Rabha, somewhere in the West Khasi Hills and Gopara district. We have the rivalry between the Meitei and the Naga tribes of Manipur. The purpose of this summit is that we should be able to resolve the conflict. Our conflict, we'll try to make one another understand through this forum. Through this forum, we'll try to make one another understand, so that we'll not allow any third party to come in between to make us fight for their benefits. We should not forget that there are third parties who are very much eager to find that the indigenous people, the Khasis and the Karbis, will fight one up against another. The Garo and the Rabha, and the Naga tribes and the Meitei, and so on and so forth. So this summit is a summit which will not include only a few members who are here, like the Khasis, the Karbis, the Dimasas, the Kasharis. But we would like to extend this very party to all our smaller tribes of the East India, like the Chakma community of Mizoram, the Lai, the Mara, and so many small communities which I don't know exactly. So we would like to bring them all together and work together to achieve our goal. And only if we realize these things, we come together and work as brothers and sisters among the different tribes, we'll be able to succeed, and we'll be able to make our voices heard even to the corridor of Parliament in New Delhi. So I am very hopeful that the dignitaries who are sitting in the dais, at least few of them, will be elected as the representatives of our people from this part of the country to fight for the cause and for the rights of the indigenous Mongolian people of Northeast India. Before I conclude my speech, I would like to comment something which is very serious, and that very something which I want to comment is some very prominent politician of Assam. He has declared openly that there are no hopes for the indigenous Mongolian people. There is no hope. They have to be protected by others, either by the Bengali Hindus or by the Muslim Hindus or by the Muslim Bengalis. He declared it openly. But when I am in this meeting, I am very much hopeful that our leaders of this party, the executive members and the top leadership will be able to think very deeply upon this declaration of the politicians of this Assam state, who declared that we have no chance to survive. We have lost all the chances to survive. Our only chance to survive is that we have to get the protection of the Bengali Hindus and the Bengali Muslim. It's really shameful and painful that as an independent people who have been always remain independent for so many centuries in this part of the land, neither the Mughal Empire, neither any Hindu empire had ever invaded this part of the country. We have been always able to repulse them. It was only the British who came and invaded us and ruled us. When the British left, we don't want once again to be under the mercy of others. We want to live with dignity. And it's only with this kind of summit, though it looks very small, and I'm not impressed because all the chairs are empty. I'm not impressed, but I hope if we work hard, we will achieve our goal. We will achieve our goal if we work hard. And especially, I would like to request upon the leadership of this party that they should put their aims and objectives on only certain things which can be achieved, which can be attained, and not to dream so much and to overstretch our mind so much to things which cannot be achieved and cannot be attained. These are my few advices to the leadership of this new party, the Indian Mongolian People Confederation. With these few words, I thank each and everyone, and may God bless each and every one of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rongpri, for your kind speech. It is very introspective and retrospective kind. We really thankful for number of districts. Live telecast is going on. So likewise, a relay being given to Manipur and some other states as well. So the program is given a kind of live telecast in number of regions of across Northeast. So keeping this very awareness in mind, that we would like to move forward, not only the crowd over here, but then back home in a number of places there are crowds and watching over this very program. That's what we are being told now. So they're very much encouraged seeing the programs and proceedings. So now we have one gentleman from Manipur, and he's also one of the executive members of IMPC, Indian Mongolian People's Confederation, People's Confederation, and then he is very prominent and vocal also in Manipur as far as the political activism in the state of Manipur is concerned. So may I call upon Mr. Pathao Matun to come over and deliver his short speech.
Thank you very much. This is the opportunity that I got, I can say, for a lifetime. First of all, I would like to thank for giving such a very good opportunity to join the party, and especially the crowd over there. You are the one who will support us and show the parties to the others. I would like to thank to Mr. Navin Konwar. I'm sorry, Mrs. Navin Konwar. She left, but I would like to thank for her presence here as an inaugurator, and to Mr. Jones Intikather. I appreciate your encouragement for today's program to come up to this level. To Mr. Brigham Hanse, to Dr. Mahanta K. Langtasa, to Dr. Motilan Nunisa, to Mr. Indreshwar Teron, Dr. Anin Barali, to Mr. Taneshwar Deori, to Mrs. Priya Ingtipi, to Mr. Sanmon Marak, and to all my seniors who has been resided in this dais, and to all my brothers and sisters of Mongolians present over here. Well, when I grew up studying in the Mysore, I see the differences. We have a lot of differences with them. By the words differences, it doesn't mean that we are totally different or anti-Indian feeling. It cannot be called as anti-Indian feelings. But then, as I grew up with them, I know the things that we are different. We are very much different from them. We have got more grace from them. We have got more encouraged with them. But the thing is, they have a superiority complex which they have in their mind. This is what they show us in their eyes when we are together with them. And like the political parties over here in the Northeast and even in my state, Manipur, you know, when the Congress party is the ruling party in Delhi over there, we have to be a Congress. Or in the vice versa, if the ruling party is BJP over there in Delhi, then we have to be BJP ruling government in our state. This kind of mentality is totally wrong. Why? Because it gives us our controls to them. When we have here and somebody's controlling us far away from there, what is the use of us being here as a local, as indigenous people? When my friend from Assam, when my friend from Arunachal Pradesh, he's a friend of Bikram also. When he called me up and said, Pathao, there's going to be such a such a kind of political parties coming up. And then as soon as he talked about that, I said, is that a national party or a regional party? He told me that it's going to be a party for a northeast part of, for us, like Mongolian people. I don't think twice again. I straightforwardly say that, yes, I will be okay with that. Because I have a feeling that we have, it's better to be a regional party instead of having a national party and controlling by them. So we have so many issues. I have heard, I have learned, I have seen so many issues when I come down here, when I see all my brothers, Mongolian brothers and sister faces. I feel like I'm also a Karbi, And the same thing happened over there in Manipur also. There's a lot of issues. We have to solve these issues by us. Nobody can do it. When the central government, okay, let me tell you one thing. I have a friend. We were about to form a national political party. My friends are across the mainland Indians. They are also very good in studies. They are IAS experienced people. They have very good knowledge, very good ideas, and they even have a long-lasting vision also. We were together, we have framed the constituency for the party, and we were about to launch. But at the end, I have faced so many psycho class with them. These people, they never know our psyche at all. They think that our psyche is different. But then again, when we compare with them, you see in many departments, right from higher officials level to the lower club levels in India, you will find so many people from the northeast part of India, and they are never less than that also. I mean, we are never less than that. Today I saw the cultural program over here at the dance group. When I see that, I feel in my heart that we have such a beautiful culture. If we don't respect this culture, one or other day, like so many people, like the example of a Tripura, it will be gone. So we have to think, we have to work, we have to fight for ourselves. That is the reason I had come along all the way from Imphal till here to join this party. The name itself, Indian Mongolians people, it shows who we are, and to all the parties that we will be having some common points, like-minded, with common goals, fighting for the right. Mongolian peoples will all love this party. I even started talking about the party to the friends who is there in Nagaland, who is there in Mizoram, and even in the Silchars, those Métis. I have a lot of friends over there. I have already started discussing about this party that we will be going to be launched today. And we are very much happy. I don't mind having less number of people at this particular day, but instead of having a large number of group, it's better to have a like-minded people with only 5 members. This will be the very powerful, with these 5 members, this will be the very powerful, instead of having a large number of group. So when another 6th person comes in and join us with these 5 persons, he or she will definitely understand the feelings and listen to the members of all the 5. So definitely he will have the same mind with the 5 members. The 6th person will have the same minded, so that we will get more and more numbers of people in our group. And this will help us to progress our party, our vision, our mission, and the important thing is it will help us to solve the issues that we have among us. And to serve for the people, I would say this party will be the best party ever for the people of Mongolia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mathun. Now, I would like to call upon some student leaders from Sunwal Kachari. So may I call upon Mr. Jitin Sunwal to deliver a short speech. Perhaps he has gone somewhere else. No. May I call upon David Englang, Warakbali Karbi Students Association, to deliver a short speech. I think perhaps they're having a kind of meal. So, may I call upon Biron Ingti from Meghalaya, all Meghalaya Karbi Association's president, to deliver a short speech.
First of all, I would like to thank our chairperson who's giving me this opportunity to be here and to express my ideas in this moment. So from AMCA, on behalf of all Meghalaya Karbi Association, I'm very much happy to be a part of this program, and I don't have much words to express here, but what I have is that from our side we will support and to cooperate with this newly formed party in order to solve our problems that we are facing today. So with these few words, let's keep in our mind that work more, talk less, and we should not think that this is something that we cannot get any profit. But let us unite and work together in order to get rid from different problems that we are facing today. So I think that we should keep in mind that better late than never. That is what I want to say here. So with these few words, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ingti. It's very brief, but at the same time, very dynamic message. Work more and talk less, like that. So that's what probably we have to do now to make it successful. Okay. And now we would like to have one lady speaker from a dynamic organization of this very place of Amri Karbi. May I call upon Mrs. Gita Teron to deliver a short message. She's the president of Amri Karbi Arlasu Asem.
Kajam, Minawit, Adila Parang Kachipangrum, Kithe Pupang Hen, Abang Tenaita Hanepara Kajam Zonedo, Arminili, Holon di Murialang Kido, Pupang Hel, Aro Lalgokwang, Rongborombi, Abang Tenaita, Mini Karjo Sipok, Along de Anenji Pisi, Monon Saporeta Dolo, Abang Teneta Nepara Kajam Zonedo. Haneo kipoyo abapido mantaneke te bikhe neke kachi buje si ji bujilo jituni ke Mongolian jituni ke jonogosti hisabot jitele whole lili prithibi jila dekh mau ekota kwa rondo karon ilio bele azad hel jate amomon phelayo ili dongun ili khojak sido lage abang pa phan li anali ekota kene po wando busi hali arjulo ili arjulo abuji hongo asil tamunon ke tikipon bina ahel penis halmat cinduk ne tikipon bina abang busi dolar pot kuri lage ahel ji diha paramor khoi pipone las labang salong sinta anali logot support piduno Nepara kipulage ke la ansidolo kardom.
Thank you, Ms. Gita Teron. Yesterday, when the resolution was adopted to adopt the constitution of the party, one of the resolution was language policy. It says that the party will strive to promote the languages and culture and preserve and safeguard the cultural heritages of indigenous Mongolians of the region of Northeast India to strengthen the founding concept of India, that is the unity in diversity. So today, in our midst, though many of us we may not understand the very language spoken, but then we respect and we esteem the language spoken by our sister. So we are very thankful to have her in our midst. Now may I call upon Mr. Indrasar Teron, the chairman of the Amrikabi Development Council, and at the same time he is one of the executive members of Impc, Indian Mongolian People's Confederation. May I call upon Mr. Teron.
At the very outset, we give thanks to Almighty God that He given us this protection safeguard from the enemies, rain and storm, or hunter Northeast India you brought here. We give thanks to our Lord, the God, to our Lord Jesus Christ. Today especially we thanks John C. Carter with his constant try. He come to this stage to form the Indian Mongolian People's Confederation, and also become Hanse, whole day and night trying, and Peter Tiprasa, we thank, and the dignitaries. We have so many to speak, but time is going short. But yet then, few words I want to spell before you, otherwise will not fit. First time we want to give introduction of my tribe Amerikarbi. Before that, I thanks Mr. Dr. Nongri. We are a pioneer. We are thinking about this near the Guwahati land. We are actually the owner of the Guwahati, native people of Guwahati. Actually, if we think about Tripura, we should think about Amerikarbi. Amerikarbi was a native of the Guwahati. It is Kwansiarong. Guwahati was Kwansiarong, not Guwahati. Our kingdom, 1/9 of the kingdom is another kingdom, Tentela, this is a king. And above all, the Dumura saw, he did not come. He's an emperor, like Tripura Maharaja. He was our Maharaja. Under Maharaja, 9 kings were there. He's one of the king, and one king was Guwahati. 9 kings were there. Says there's in Karbi constitution, there was Ason Sikep, Ason Tongkep. Ason Sikep means 9 kings under our emperor, king of the Amri. And the 30, Ason Tongkep means 30 Bangtais, village leaders, head. They will like the assembly under the king. And the 9 kings will be like cabinet ministers. So we like this democratic process, we rule this country, this army long. But when the British came, they invaded. After that, when the British independence, we fight our India. Dumura King also took part in the independence movement. And they promised that after getting independence, our kingdom will be returned. But they did not return. This is the first sitting for the India government. They did not return. There is so many kingdoms. Khasi kingdom, there is Khasi state. They all fight for the independence. But after getting independence, they have colonized us. They keep us. This is the problem with us. So now we have to fight for we need a platform in the banner and the umbrella. This is, thank you that Mongolian People's Confederation India come out to set out a platform to fight for our right to get from this, which keep in the Constitution. You know, this America, we have king, we have kingdom, but we have no ruling. We have, in villages, we never go after police. Everything settled by a bangtai. No need police. We settle ourselves. Our own code, bangtai. As on Tongkep, we have our code. And if more, the King's Council, as on Sikep, we go. We so settle. But these things we lost. This was a birthright, we lost. Now after that, what happened? We have kept a very good Constitution's provision. We are very proud to be Indian and proud of Indian constitutions. But the good provisions kept in the constitutions are not implemented till now. This is our safety. See Article 342, every group of tribe, they should have the tribal facilities. That means scheduled. They should schedule tribe, Article 342. It should be implemented in 1950. But now, after 70 years, are not implemented. Under the 1620 era, every tribe, they should have autonomous district. But they are not giving. Article 344A, there should be autonomous state. Karbi Angalam crying now, not getting. If we are not getting constitutional provision, granted, what a need of with them. I also agree with those people. Actually, I feel like not keep the Indian words. We want Mongolian. Because Indians did not keep their constitution. They consider help but not implementation. But now, what to do? Our power is so less, so we have to be there. So let us, a humble state from today, under the Indian Mongolian People's Confederation, will fight for the right, or consider right, but according to birthright, we are hills tribe. America we are still hills. When Karbi Angalam people are still hills, why you are not? When I went to Delhi, we questioned with the Home Minister, Tribal Minister, and Registrar General of India. Then you said it. Many people do not know the Karbis have 3 groups, 3 clans, Amri, Sintong, Ronghang. This is not understand. They don't have history. For Northeast, our Anmi people they know, but for the Northeast, I want to highlight this one. Karbi Great Community have 3 tribes, Amri, Sintong, Ronghang. Now at present, Sintong, Ronghang, then Karbi Anglong, then 6 schedule. But Amri, the few Amri block 1, block 2, the few there, and right from this, here it Ribhoi district, Meghalaya, at present Meghalaya, it was Khasi state. Now Amri Karbi here, 3 tribes. Now, if our same brother, 3 brothers, 2 brothers is ST hills in Karbi Anglong, why another brother should be a non-tribe? Why he be plain tribe? Even some people call him plain tribe. So we told him that if 3 brothers once, 2 brothers are getting the ST status, why the another one not getting? It is an injustice for the Indian Constitution. That the National Commission for ST, he agreed. Yes, brother. If government not doing, we have to fight for that. But how much will we wait for that? It is too late. Now, we have to fight for the other way. Because nowadays, unless you politically, if you are not aware, they will not care. So, thank you that in right time, if so, not later than, not late than ever, we've started a new political party. You come here, but we have to fight for that, our right. Now, especially we feel very few here, do not be discouraged, because only few people do work. whole community will not do. I'm not discouraged. Then you said it, in some said it, instead of a flock of fox, one lion is enough. So you're all lions here, not fox. Many fox is not necessary. If 10 lions is enough, you have so many lions here, you are leaders of the Mongolian, not the public, your leaders. So if being leader, you come. So once an English writer has said, when they came to the China, that time the China was sleeping, having opium, not working. But they have seen that they have some tremendous potentiality. So I commented, these Chinese people, like a lion, sleeping there. Don't raise them up. It will be difficult. So we are lion. If you once wake up, don't able to fight with us. But you remember, a barking dog is better than sleeping lion. If you're lion, you're sleeping on, no use. It's better than barking dog. So you're not barking dog, you're lions, come out now. As the easiest umbrella, you fight for the Mongolian, there's no power to keep you. And now, it is not my thing, I want to go beyond this, our international boundary. If we go China, Japan, because if there are 4 races, Caucasoid, Negroid, Astroid and Mongoloid. Of these 4 races in the country, Mongoloid is the largest group. But we are the most deprived. Caucasian, very few, they are ruling whole world. But we Mongolian being largest are lost. Even in Pakistan, there's a Mongolian, Genghis Khan, he was a Mongolian. Genghis Khan kingdom was up to here India, biggest country, Mongolian rule. But we forgot. You go back to history, Mongols are very powerful. But we are just like a lion, we are sleeping. Now wake up now, it is time for to wake up and fight for that. So I don't speak much more than, and especially Urima B.K. Rankul, when I was in university, he was fighting with Amra Bengali. Very few that time. We heard about B.K. Rankul has an outfit, they fight with Amra, because Amra Bengali, the Tripura, they are capturing. Tripura, for the Tripuras, but Bengalis are there. So, this university student movement, we had an interaction with some professors. One professor told me that I told, sir, what happened to Tripura? Tripura, these Bengalis are capturing, and our native people, the son of the soils, are being exploited. But he said, no, Tehran. This all origin Bengali in Tripura is good. Sir, how can be Tripura's Bengali be origin? Tripura's shall be origin, not Bengalis. The Europe people encourage them to come and occupy. Now they lost our country. So like this, you are crying now for the Bangladeshis. This is the same thing. You are crying for the Bangladeshis. You are exploited. But when my tribal bell block is exploited, you are not crying. According to the Constitution of India, this in tribal bell block, non-tribal cannot come, but you encouraged to come. So how can go with you? So for us, there's 2 foreigners. One is foreign foreigners, one is inland foreigners. Inland foreigners are non-tribal, occupying our tribal land. They are inland foreigners. And others are from Bangladesh, from the foreigners. So we have to fight 2 fights. One for inland foreigners and for outside the foreigners. So many works which are sent. And we have to very few, but we hope that it is a very good beginning, especially we thanks Mr. Zoni Kata, he was trying long time, so many times, he spent so money. When we started Mongolian, he said, no people, we go together, we go meet Pitrasa, Tipar Pitrasa, and now I'm very happy that this Hanse, become Hanse has come out, take our set first. Otherwise, we are only 3 talking together with Zoni Qatar and Tiprasa, myself. And now when my Galas are coming, Dr. Nombri, I'm very happy. He was like a well-wisher together. He was my bridge from Meghalaya government, Assam government, going to Meghalaya, taking part. That time, because of this exploitation of Assam, we thought that we merged with Meghalaya. We demanded Amirlongi with autonomous district merging with Meghalaya because it was a Khasi state. But that time, they settled a commission, Indian government, Chandrasur Commission. That commission, they have given note in favor of Assam. Because that time it came to Hindutva. because Assams are Hindu and we become Christian. This is happening. Religious exploitation. But in a country, it is our constitution, Indian constitution, secular constitution. Religion should not come. Secular country. In very preamble, secularism there. Why it is then? It's violating constitution. There is Human Rights Commission, no voice. National Commission for ST, no voice, nothing doing. Then we have to fight. This, when we talk especially so much to spell out, I become so much emotional. Please forgive me. When we meet this gathering, this August gathering, I am very much happy. Especially today, very much happy that even the king of Tripura has come. That he gives solidarity, though it is a cross, no? He is not origin. No, but mother, father, some. Dumuni biya kara karne amar Dimura Raja spoil whole. And Tripura also, that is a thing. So when you go marry also, you have to see, be careful. So get married your own tribe, own you preserve it. Because you know, the British king is still, they never made from the outside the royal family. They made their own family. So we have to preserve our community and preserve our things. And also it is not constitutional, not good. I say that we need population. And population is politics. So we should marry our own tribe and grow more children. More children, so more population will be there. Don't go for this family planning. Family planning is not important for us. Ours is protection of our Karbi. We need a soldier. We need a soldier. America was a soldier. We have the fight in the Dimapur. And when they lost our Dimasa king, then we came down here. That's why we come here. Actually, we are together. Sorry, a little more about it because no time. But you should know the history why you are here. Actually, we are in Karbi Anglong. That time no Karbi Anglong. We are placed our own kingdom. The Dimapur was Dimasa king was there, and there's so many. There was a fight between the Karbi king and Dimasa king. But we, the Karbi tribe, was a warrior. So we faced the war. But that time the king, Ronghang, they have from king clan, they become king. And Sintong, they are like an official intellectual, they were there. They are expert in magic, I have black magic. They say that our old forefathers, the colonial history, not written history, they say that when the fort was there, Karbi was fighting as an army. And then those kings, they fled, Ronghang Dingdo, and then those Sintong, they made the houses like a rock. Dimasa people, this is a rock. They did not attack. But we cannot hide, no? We are warrior. We are this soldier. So we fought. We come to the Lamding. Then the general Thongnok veteran, he said, Lamding, Lampo Dingo, where to go? From Lampo Dingo, it's become Lamding. And after Lamding, we crossed, met the river. Then he said, in Karbiang, they are Kopili, but in America, it's a Kolong. This is a Kolong river, it is still present. After crossing the Kolong river, they went to Amri Harhar. There's at that time there were Khasi CM. That time Bormani CM was there. Their only CM was there, Bormani CM. He sent the people, he saw that some warrior group is taking rest in the foothill of the Amri Harhang Khasi state. It was a Guwahati, it is Assam, it's a Khasi state. So he saw that this warrior, so we had the agreement with them, with our Thongnok veteran and the Khasi CM. Khasi CM has so did the warrior people. So I have so many land, there's Dumura. So they use us as a border security. They put there in Bormodusa. Our Kathasa say that Pandu, this is Kamakha, this hills. We settle in the Kamakha hills, Pandu, Pamadu, and then we go to Rani, like this whole border area is America is there. But when the British come, when this explosion come, we left because the shifting, no, assuming like this, we coming here. So this is our history. Now we are the native people of Guwahati, losing ourselves, our identity. Now after some days, Dimura also we lost. We hope that it is right time, unless some political movement is there, unless some political defense is there, unless there is someone to say in parliament, they not say now see for the borders only one MP, this is Doimari. He is ruling there. He is so many things what a Bodoland is doing. What about nothing there? He demand for the Bodos in Karbi, in hills there, he plains Karbi, but our MPs are sleeping. Our MP is sleeping in the parliament, nothing to say. So now, there's no time for sleeping. We should take their place. As a young lion, you come out and take their place and fight for the lion. Lion never take anything, only meat. In the hungry, they'll never take grass. I don't take you take grass. You take lion, you take meat. Come to take meat. You come as a lion, fight for us, for independence of America, Longri, for the Mongolian. One day, it will be international party. We hope that this will come. God will bless us. God bless that. But here, last we said, we are a leader, and Bible says we are leader. We are not to be served to serve, not to be served to serve others. We have to serve others. You take so much labor, so much pain to serve the people. It's just not to come to serve yourself as a king. You sit like a king, sit like a leader, but you have to work yourself and do work yourself to serve others. Then God will bless us to keep our king. We got with these few words. May God bless you. Thank you. Kadam.
We'll go for the conclusion of the program. So at the conclusion, may I request the National Treasurer of the IMPC, Mr. Dr. M.K. Langthasa. He will give a he will bring his short speech and then at the same time vote of thanks. So may I call upon Dr. M.K. Langthasa.
Thank you, Mr. Peter Tipper. I have been given the responsibility and the honor to offer a vote of thanks at the end of today's function. Before that, I want to have put a few words. Today, on the 19th of January 2019, we have this foundation which is something like, and we have planted today a nursery, beautiful nursery plant. But it has to go long ahead. We have to take care of it so that it gives a beautiful tree, ultimately gives a fruits. So the lots of efforts has to be made, lots of contribution has to be made, and personal efforts in various levels we have to do so that it comes up. So far, in our northeast various states, many groups have struggled in their own way, individually or in their community base. Today we happen to come together to bigger forum. So we'll be able to fight together to put forward our views, opinions, and to fight together, and to kill some of the issues within us to overcome that. And it needs lots of hard work behind the scene. Possibly we all are like-minded people, have to go ahead to the various places, visit them, impress upon them, tell them the importance of this particular movement or the political body that today we have laid the foundations. I, on behalf of Indian Mongoloid Confederations, want to thank various groups that it involved, especially so the people from this place, especially Mr. Indesal Teran, Chairman, America Development Council, Mr. Uduminti, President, America National Council here, National Council, Development Council, I think it is, Kumar Taimung, Gita Teron, Kogesar Marmi, Bipul Pancho, Kanang Tumung. It is for their effort or their contributions we could make at this program here a very successful one. Mr. Peter Tipa and Bikram Hamse. They are the two our youngsters amongst us. We have worked very hard to see through this program, particularly this summit, come forward, and we are able to make a successful effort to this stage. We are also thankful to Mrs. Veena Kanwal, who graced this occasion in the morning to open the ceremony, and Mr. Dev Barma from royal family of Tripura Kingdoms. We are thankful to our convener, Mr. Khatter, and our old very dedicated persons, Mr. Vijay Uncle, as you know, who have come all the way from the Tripura to grace the occasions and to deliver the very nice lecture on this occasion to impress upon all the people. And various other delegates, those who have come from the various places to make this program very successful one. I may have forgotten a few of you, but please do excuse me. In the last gathering, for the first time, it is very difficult to remember. And I sincerely thank all of you who have worked behind the scene to make this program successful. But still, we have a long way to go ahead, and we all have to work hard and all to see that ultimately it bear fruits. Thank you very much.